Snowcross crash this summer, broken back, broken ankle, badly compounded, and he is still not 100% by any stretch.
Welcome back, everybody, to Duluth. It's the first stop of 10 of the WSA Snowcross Worldwide Tour. It is the Ford Pro Stock Final, and we have 15 riders, 14 laps, and who's going to come out on top the very first race of the year?
Well, it's really wide open. That's the neat thing because of what we talked about earlier. Morgan's not healthy, Hibbert's not here, and a great field here. And as we take a look at the lineup, remember, 10 up front, those are the top 10 after the 3 rounds of qualifying, and then the back row, the second row of 5, they came from a last chance qualifier. No points in that last chance qualifier, and we are green, Robbie.
Underway, it looks like Skidoo out in front. Is that Earl Reimer with a good start?
It's actually Brad Pitlick, I believe, and I'll tell you, that has been his forte. He's about 130 pounds wet, and when he hits the hammer on these sleds, he explodes off the line, but behind him right now, huge throng, and it's Crapo and Tate.
Not too bad for having mechanical difficulties. Tate up in the mix right now. But you're right, I thought it was Rimo. His Skidoo was doing well all day, but Pitlick, look at the battle. They are banging bars already.
That was a huge hit. That was number 3, Sean Crapo, coming up, and Ibsen was involved in that, and I think 41 Allard, and we have a new leader. Or do we?
Pitlick trying to hold that inside line. He knows if he gets half of his sled even with Crapo, he has a chance, but no chance right now. It's Crapo out in front of Pitlick and another Arctic Cat in the 3rd spot. Boy, look at them starting to, I think, spread out, but no, they're just banging bars.
Yeah, there's just a lot of banging going on top of the wall here.
All right, we got Ibsen just in front of Sean Crapo, Brad Pitlick just behind him. You notice the new line on the outside now. You want a triple, it's almost like a supercross. They're getting good rebound off that suspension, and you're not having to worry about the next jump in front of you because you're jumping over it.
That's right, and I'll tell you, the guy who's normally the master at that is Morgan, and he's trying to come after Carl Allard, and Allard just got a run on Pitlick, with Pitlick dropping off badly. Look at Morgan, oh, he almost came off.
Oh, Blair Morgan, and I alluded to it just a moment ago, now riders starting to work their way by him. He had a bad year last year. He qualified very well, but he finished 13th out of 14. This year we have 15th riders, and he's working his way back through the pack.
And he's got, here's Ibsen, and he's got a nice lead built up. I'll tell you, Kent Ibsen looks truly like the Ibsen of old. He is back.
He is back in a big way, Antioch, Illinois rider, and Curtis Crapo and Sean starting to paddle out. The battle of the Crapo, Sean being the younger brother, but it looks like Curtis, who's a little bit quicker. Look at that big air.
Nice move on the outside by Sean. He followed Kurt, and look at that, being brotherly love there. He wasn't going to squeeze him, but you can see Sean working some different lines, looking for a way. Kurt running the inside. That means Sean's got to do something, get outside, see what he can do. And you can see Kurt really had the advantage there. But look at that move underneath.
Driving to the inside, no, still can't do it. I'm telling you, Curtis Crapo has the better lines. You can jump high, wide, do it all, but if you have a better line, you've got to make something happen, though. I like the multiple lines.
I do too, but I think what Sean was doing, oh, and look at Tate, hand in the air, and I think maybe that earlier problem has come to roost. He may have broken something in the suspension again. And you know who that moves up into the top 4? This guy right here, Blair Morgan.
Blair Morgan moves up to 4th, but watch out, here comes Mike Island. Island on the outside. Morgan, it looked like he was just backing off right there. Island just drove around on the outside. I mentioned, when you go around the outside, you are really making it happen.
Oh! Morgan just came down very awkwardly in one of those whoops back there. And, I mean, he got racked sideways off the sled, and that had to have hurt. Angler back, and Crapo, Sean Crapo's on.
Crapo was out in front earlier. He was all the way up into the number 3 spot. Now he's trying to refire his sled. He moves back. So now it looks like Curtis Crapo is going to be in the 2nd position outright. Kent Ibsen out in front of Curtis Crapo. Michael Island into 3rd now, trying to move his way up. Blair Morgan up to 4th, and Carl Allard. But in taking the first win of the year is Kent Ibsen from Antioch, Illinois on the Arctic Cat. showing how to do things. Crapo, that is Curtis Crapo in the number 2 spot. Ken Ibsen starts 2004 in a very big way, takes the first win in the Pro Stock, followed by Curtis Crapo, Mike Island, Blair Morgan, and Carl Allard, the Canadian, rounding out the top 5s. Ken Ibsen, he has got to be one happy camper, and he's down with Jerry Bernardo.
This is a huge win, great way to start off the new season.
It's the happiest I've ever been racing. I won a Pro Open final back in 2000 in Gaylord, and I think this tops it here.
Great conditions here in Duluth, the best conditions they've ever had. It's time for the big boys, the Pro Open.
That, folks, is the sound of horsepower, and lots of it. And I think Ken Ibsen did it again. And Island was right with him. Oh, they are side by side, Rob.
It is a drag race. Ken Ibsen coming out on top. Mike Island, though, not too bashful in second spot, sticking a nose in there. And Island starting to get some pressure from the Amsoil Polaris.
DJ Ekstrom right there, and look at him, triple O, and Island almost came off.
That's what I expected. WSA Snowcross in Duluth, first race of the year. They've been chomping at the bit, and now it's time to perform.
Boy, that back straight has been brutal for Mike Island, but it's always worked for him. He's lucked out. That time he lost a little bit of ground, and now he's got his work cut out for him. And Earl Reimer, oh my Lord, what a great story. Earl Reimer, the 35-year-old pro Fed racer, back on Skidoo, team with Blair Morgan, and he is outrunning his teammate Carl Kuster right now.
Ken Ibsen is just trying to run away.
Well, the interesting thing is Reimer's pace trying to run down Island is bringing both of them closer to DJ. They've definitely closed that gap up. There it is. And look at Reimer, way wide.
Wide and on the throttle to the outside. Earl Reimer's going to have a good drive. He's got to get down to the snow and hook up. Earl Reimer does make the pass. Island drops back another spot. Now Earl Reimer up to the number 3 position. The new ride is looking very good for Earl Reimer. Halfway through, you see the cross flag.
DJ sits in second, and he's closing it up a little bit. Look at this!
DJ Ekstrom on that Polaris. The Amsoil Polaris sticks a nose in, but no can do. Not this time. Very good move. Don't do anything stupid. Take you both out of the thing.
DJ is one of the smartest drivers. I've seen DJ plan passes for 2 laps, and he doesn't do stupid things. He doesn't make dumb mistakes. He knew that Ibsen was going to control that corner, and he said, fine.
But Reimer, look at Earl Reimer taking that very wide outside line. I like that. He's changing it up.
Well, it worked before. That's how he got his run before on Island. Oh, we've got some traffic. There he gets by. And we got a yellow flag, too. That's Trevor John. Oh! Reimer just got him! Reimer got Ekstrom! Unbelievable!
Able to get by. Trevor John was down, maybe a little mental loss, but it is Earl Reimer on the throttle right now. How about this race, the first one of the year? You don't think their adrenaline's going right now, do you?
And Reimer's now coming after Ibsen. He hasn't given up on this one yet.
Why should he? He's moved up to second spot. Ken Ibsen was in this position last year, and it was Tucker Hibbert that took the win. Will it be Earl Reimer this year?
So Ibsen's got to be hearing doorbells, door knockers, anything right now, knowing he's got somebody that close last lap.
White flag on the last lap. Ken Ibsen out in front. Earl Reimer in the number 2 spot. Reimer dives to the inside. Only a half a lap.
Bobble! Ibsen almost came off, Robbie.
But Reimer set up for the inside. Look at this. It's a drag race. Who wants it more?
He's got him! Oh!
Reimer has taken the lead with 1 straightaway. Ibsen, don't back off now.
The 35-year-old journeyman has gone huge!
And takes the win. This is one happy man, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him.
His first over. Look at that. That's Morgan, his new team owner. As sore as he is, having some fun. And this was the crucial minute. Right here's that battle for second with the 2 of them. Up here is Trevor John. Now look what Ekstrom does. He comes in, sees the yellow, he's got to back off. But Earl on the outside has to avoid Trevor, and here's what happened. It was pure luck, but it worked out. They're past Trevor, so they're now clear of that yellow zone. Earl squares.
Oh,
He
how
gets to the
about that
trigger a little
square?
bit sooner, and as they come past Trevor, so they're clear of the no passing zone, watch that, bang.
That was poetry in motion right there, ladies and gentlemen. Earl Reimer takes the win. Kid Ibsen is second. DJ Ekstrom, he worked back to the number 3 spot. Jerry Bernardo's down there with a very happy Earl Reimer.
Total skidoo mayhem down here with Scrap Iron Earl Reimer. First ever national win. Chased down Kent Ibsen to take the lead near the end of the race. You must be so pumped. Tell me what you're thinking right now.
This is incredible. I always believed, but you know, until you actually do it, you never know. That's awesome. I don't know what to say.